Hey everyone, don't get anxious, get prepared. I hear my theme somewhere else in the back of the show. Hey, welcome to TCE now. How interesting. I'm hearing myself twice. Oh, I know why. Because I'm on LinkedIn. Wow, this is really cool. All right, I got to figure out why I'm hearing myself twice, guys. But listen, this is what live TV does. I was actually doing some things, and let's see. There we go. Now it stopped. Okay. Maybe we'll edit this part out. Maybe we won't. I don't know. But anyway, welcome to the show. Your career engineer right here, Francina Harrison. That's me. And don't get anxious. Get prepared. Today we're going to talk about some things that I was on television earlier today and talking a whole lot about the what's happening around here. How it's a job seekers market. Things are what they are right now, and but even with that being said, it is a unique market right now. So if you all are looking to make a move or do something different or whatever it is, I am hearing the chatter of people saying like, "Oh, well, I can wait a little bit," and I'm like, I don't think you want to do that. I really don't think you want to do that because this might change, like, I mean, in 30 or 40 or 60 days. But so we want you all to be prepared. But even with this, with the market being where it is, and there's some really cool things happening right now, there's still some serious mistakes I'm still seeing with some of the low tech stuff that job seekers and changers are putting out in the marketplace. So I definitely want to hit those. And the big one is that right there. Some of these resume things that you're all doing. And no matter what, the resume will always be one of the first work samples for you. And I know there's conversations like on TikTok recently, they're doing this whole video resume thing. And I 5 years ago, I'd say that's terrible. Don't do that. But I understand everyone's looking for the new thing. And so I might cover video resumes and my do's and don'ts with that later. But today, I really want to hit some of the big mistakes that folks are making still. And since the market is so favorable for job seekers and career changers, I want you all to stop these mistakes while the market is so great for you. I want you to come out with your A plus plus. That's my new phrase, the A plus plus. Okay. So we're definitely going to get into that. Now, also remember, you can find us tcenow.com. Everywhere you can find all of our socials, or look at the little scroller below to see how you can find us in those different places and spaces. Make sure, of course, that you do join our newsletter. That's every Friday. We're giving like a lot. If you like what we're doing here on YouTube and LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter and all those places, you can also catch out news by getting it right to your your inbox rather. Subscribe.tcenow.com can get you there. You can get the latest and the greatest from us every week. Of course, you can unsubscribe, but why would you? And we also have a free gift. So look, we're really doing what we can to give you information, not just what's in here, but other folks' point of view as well, so you can make your informed decision. Now, while we're with you live right now, here on our TCE Live Mondays, here on YouTube and all the other places we stream, this is great for you to ask your questions. You can post them in the comments. I'll look at them live and respond, or I'll check them out later. So for those of you who catch us on the replay. So let's get right into here. What are some of the things I'm seeing that's really making me bonkers? Because this is some of the stuff I've talked about a long time ago, and some of us are still doing it. And I'm about to ask why, but I'm going to leave that alone just for a minute. So moving forward, here's some of my big ones. And this is what's killing me right here. You guys I love it. I know somewhere on the internet, I know it's like bullets, more bullets. I get it. There's a song probably, resume bullets are the key. And I understand why you're using them, but please understand why not to use them. Okay. And I'm just, you're killing me still. It's like, I using that word like in the day we have gunshot stuff. I'm sorry about that, but I want to make the point. Everything can't be a bullet. Not everything. Like, it just can't be. So you've got to find, with whatever you are, whether you're, ditch tech digger to the rocket scientist, right? What things do you want to emphasize? So if you're going to use that format, and again, depending on the format you use, we're going to get into that in a little bit, but whichever creative format you're using, or whatever you found on the internet, or you got someone professionally doing it for you, or you're doing the DIY thing, please just have a reason for your bullet. And they can't be everything, because it gets, I mean, pages and pages of bullets is like, what is this? And they take up a lot of space and all kinds of stuff. So you need to stop doing that. And this is why there's two reasons. Number one is just overused and too many. Everybody else has them. Resumes are looking all the same. And, they're only supposed to emphasize a point, a strong performance point you've done. Some strong, maybe there's a project you completed, or yes, you've gotten awards or recognition, like with that job. Maybe you did something and it really stood out. So you want to have them really hit something, super in your space, right? Not just average. I filed paperwork, bullets. I typed correspondence. There's a bullet for that. I mean, that's a given. So think about the great, amazing stuff you've done, and use a bullet to emphasize that. I mean, when I give you all a number, then I get into trouble because you do the number. So, I mean, I'm like a 4 to 6 bullets on my resume. And yes, your career engineer has a resume. My bullets, because I have some, the format I use is a little bit more, it's creative and complex. But I've got some bullets, but I have maximum maybe 4. Maximum for whatever I'm trying to highlight. So, and that's just me. Okay. Per job. So, but you got to think about that. So just don't, you guys are killing me with them bullets. Number 2, I want y'all, people say get to the point, but I'm like, please get to the value point, right? Please get to the value point. I think that's what's really important. I'm hoping I'm coming through. I just realized I went to get a cup of coffee and I had nothing going on in here. So get to the value point, because some of you just are going on and on. I see those semicolons. I don't see no periods. I see on and on and on. I see a lot of hithertos, nevertheless, howevers, therefores, right? All of that. But I don't know what the value point is. And what's the value point is your value. What are the things that you're sharing that you bring to the table that's just so uniquely you? Yes, performance. Yes, you know me, I'm all about that performance, that accomplishment, that leadership. That's value for me. That's value. So this can be tied to the bullets too. If it's not a pals, don't bullet it, but you need to just, remember, the resumes don't get you a job. I know a lot of people think they do, but they don't. But they will get you a meeting. And yes, style and substance does matter. And I'm leaning more on substance. Content is king, queen, jacks, and everything else, right? What do you bring? So get to your value points. If you find yourself putting in all those therefores and ands and all that, like, just take those words out and like get to the 5 to 7 words that get to the point, right? That shows what you have done with what you've got. Get to the value point. And the other reason that's important is because of the time that people are looking. There's not that much, eyeballs hopefully are looking at your resume, but most times it might be something else. So they're looking for the performance, they're looking for language, they're looking for industry terms, they're looking for the vocab that works, in your industry. But there's the vocab of your industry, but there's also the vocabulary of performance, some accomplishments, some numbers, some gains, some re-engineering, some things that you've done to make a difference, right? That makes a substantial difference for the marketplace. Okay. And with all of that, the 3 things I got to tell you, formats. Yes, I'm seeing creativity in formats. I've even done a very creative format for one of my clients that was a very creative person. For that particular person, there's no way, because of what he was representing, his value, his story that he wanted to get out in the marketplace. The standard tried and true just was not, well, it wasn't him. It just wasn't him. So I did some creativity within some of my guidelines. The format did matter. It presented him initially for style, for 8 seconds, for the 30 seconds, whatever seconds we've got, 8 to 30 seconds, that someone goes, oh, and then they started reading the content. The format shouldn't just take away from your content. It should enhance it. It should enhance it, like make it willing to read. Just like when you all are doing stuff with color and, book titles and the way a cover looks, right? The book title looks great or the cover looks intriguing, you'll open the book. Well, that's the same way with your format for your resume. If it's too busy, it's too busy. If it's not enough, it's not enough. You've got to find the right format to match your story and your design. There's, we have the big 3, of course. We've got chronological, you've got functional, you've got combination. And then again, there's some creativity I have seen over the last couple years, some creativity different things, different, and it just really depends. You have to put in the marketplace and see how it works. I'm stuck on functional, chronological, and combination. I really am. I'm stuck on those three, but there's ways of making them creative. So at the end of the day, that format that you're going to choose. Okay. And again, a cookie cutter is only good for cookies. Just be careful with cookie cutting when it's your career brand, because what works for Jane ain't going to work for you. It just won't, because you're not Jane, right? So, end of the day, when it's all said and done, your format has got to do the following. It's got to do what I've got right there. It's got to maximize what you bring, all the good stuff that you bring. It's got to maximize that. It's going to minimize the drama, because we all have career drama. We all do. We do. We've had some mistakes in the past. So we have to maximize what we have and minimize what we don't. And certain skills, certain formats will do that for your skills. Others will highlight it. So you don't want to highlight something that you're trying to minimize. Okay. So you got to make sure your format works for that. One of the last things I'm going to say that's sort of with this resume design and all of that is simply this, is that, even now I tell you that it's such a great market for those of you that's in the market looking to change, move up or move out. Right. But I still will have folks that will say, in fact, I had a conversation with someone a couple weekends ago who, says that when they put things out there, nothing that's here, nothing that's available, all the jobs that's available, 9 million right now, according to the data we're talking, when they put their brand out there, that resume, they're overqualified. They're not meeting them with the money. They're not meeting them with the duties and the responsibilities. They're not meeting where they are. So there's always, nothing's meeting, there's no place here for me. So I'm going to say this with all love and authority. Love. This is love right here. Love. Get over it. It's not your resume. I mean, it could have an impact. Don't get me wrong, but it's most likely your strategy. I don't know, if you have a doctorate in something and you're applying for front desk receptionist, or you're applying for an opportunities that are more, entry to mid-level versus mid to senior level. Now, if you have a doctorate and you're going for senior level, mid to senior level, and you've got a doctorate, but you've got no experience, none, zip, none, but yet you want doctorate pay, you're not using that doctorate right. Okay. It's not gonna, no, I mean, things can happen, but it doesn't work that way. So, the folks with the overqualified argument, I can tell you right now, it is not your resume. It's your strategy. Get some help with your strategy. Get over yourself a little bit. Because I know I've seen that. I've seen some significant education come into the marketplace, expecting that significant education to give them a mid to senior level opportunity, even in this market. And folks are saying, no, can you go work somewhere in the field with your exceptional education to understand how we work around here? So that's why I always have a warning. I have a big warning for folks that continue to get education. Y'all know I am, I keep falling out. Hey, Miss Tressa, welcome. We're live on Mondays at 12 noon on 12 noon here on, where am I at? On YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, every place. And this is a great time. You guys can answer questions while I'm live, and I'm sharing some great stuff. So, hey, I'm going to say, what's up to Tressa? Thanks for being here. Let's see. During the initial conversation, is it a mistake to let the prospective employer that you're interested in working remotely? Great. Oh my gosh. Thank you, lady, for that question. So here's the deal. I tell you right now that I really think, particularly for those mid to senior level opportunities, those jobs that for that 17 months that we were on lockdown and shelter in place, and companies converted that, the remote work opportunity is a big carrot. It's the bling bling. It's a, oh my gosh, well, I want to put filet mignon. It's a thing that if an employer wants to keep talent, they got to dangle that little card. So I think when you're interviewing, okay, and again, in fact, your resume, I'm putting things in folks' resumes now saying that they're well versed in remote working. Like I'm putting it, I'm like, it's a skill. A lot of us learned that skill during the pandemic, right? How to really create an ecosystem that's effective for remote working. So I have that line in the resume for my clients in a certain way so that the employer knows if they interview this person, guess what they're interested in, or they have the capability to work in that, and that sort of softens you having to ask that question. However, as someone that's interviewing, if your resume has got you to that interview chair, yep, you need to have the questions and say, share with me, tell me about your the day to day, particularly post COVID. What type of work environment do you all have? I mean, that's real today. Post COVID work environment. What are some of the things you do for your staff? And you can have it just generic. You can be specific if you want to, but if you are specific and the company has nothing, you just went to a yes no answer. If you make it something like, share with me what particularly with post COVID now, what the work, what the expectation is for the workforce, what type of options do you have for your staff? Word it in a way that you can get some, you can get a nice picture, because they could do other than remote work, which could be something that's wonderful. I mean, what I'm expecting to see, let me see what she has here. She goes, yes, senior. Yeah, that's right. For senior level folks. I mean, the cubicle farm folks, most of y'all in technology are dealing with, software applications, or, versus brawn, using brain more than brawn. Most companies, some, not all, because some industries couldn't quite capture remote working because of safety. I mean, banking, for example, that whole, don't get hacked at home type of thing. So some industries, not that they don't want to do it, it's just really difficult to do it, right? So, but a company might have some other brilliant idea. So by you asking, what is your method, what's the expectation in terms of what's the work conditions here, what type of opportunities do you answer, and they can give you that let them tell you their story is what I'm coming from. Let them tell you their story versus you you giving them what to say. So make sure I love those open-ended questions. You guys know I'm all about the open-ended questions, right? So that's how we work with that. But thank you for those questions. So again, what we covered today, and again, if you have any other resume questions, but I'm going to do a quick revisit because I think this is important, a quick revisit. What are the biggest disasters I'm still seeing right now while we have a great, favorable job seekers market? I mean, if you all don't believe me, go ahead and check whatever search tools you use right now. I mean, some of you are into LinkedIn, which is my friend, but you got your Indeeds and your ZipRecruiters and all these names I'm mentioning. I'm getting no money from them, so please understand I'm not mentioning them for anything crazy. But you can see, just look at check out the recs. They're just, I'm excited about what I'm seeing right now, but it will change. So if you wait, oh my gosh, who knows what will happen in 6 months from now? But here's the things that we need to stop. You need to stop this killing me with them bullets, like overkilling me. Don't stop it. Just stop it. I don't know anything else to say. There's too many of them, and everybody's using them. Please get to your point. I mean, the value point of why someone should hire you, the responsibility and hair twos and therefores and all that stuff is like, why are you taking up good space with those words that mean nothing? With the word responsible, hardworking, dependable, and reliable mean nothing. Stop using those words, but get to your point. And what's your point? I mean, I need to know where your pals are. PAL, that's TCE word, where you've performed, what your accomplishments are, and your leadership. That's the value. If you want someone to pay you, show them your value. That's going to be a push-up. You want them to pay you, show you your value, right? Make sure you have the right format for you. There's the big three, but there is some creativity out there, but don't be so creative that you take away from your value. Style and substance, yes, but I'm going to always lead to substance. You'll have other career, professionals or coaches or whatever who will lean more to style. I'm all about the substance. Y'all know I'm all about the substance. I want it to look good, but I want it to mean good, right? I want it to do its thing. So choose your formats carefully. At the end of the day, if you can't remember which one, look, find the one that maximizes what you got and minimizes what you don't. That's the end of the day. That's the secret sauce. Please don't show everything, because most of y'all are doing that, showing me everything that I don't want to know. And then I'm not going to have you go to jail, go to career jail, right? So that's what's up. So that's where we are. So again, if you're overqualified, you're getting that. It's not the resume, it's you. You're in the wrong place. Your job strategy is not working for you. So get some help. Call your career engineer. I don't know, or whoever. If you don't want your career engineer, which I don't know why you wouldn't want your career engineer, because I'm according to these folks, I'm pretty cool. Like, I'm really cool. I think I really am. Yep. But reach out to us, tcenow.com, to find everything that we offer you. Again, join our newsletter. Our summit will be coming up in January. We have career help and resume and LinkedIn, and we got some other new stuff coming soon as well. If you're not part of our YouTube or wherever you're watching us right now, join our YouTube family, subscribe so you don't miss anything. But every Monday we do come here. You know me, I might show up another time to do another thing, because that's just the way we roll around here. So if there aren't any other questions, I want you to have a fantastic week. Make it great. Like I said, we like to do this on Mondays because this is the kickoff of your week, right? Whatever you are, whatever you're doing, you're starting it today. So we want Monday mornings to be awesome. Do share us with your friends. And remember, don't get anxious. Be prepared. And I look forward to chatting live next week. Same time, same station, right? So thank y'all so much. Have a great week. Let me know how you're doing. And remember, it is a job seeker's market. It is. So because of that, don't get anxious. Always get prepared. You guys stay blessed. I'm out of here. I'm going to take this off. See, watch. I'm out of here like right now. See you later. 5, 4, 3, 2.